Okay, hi everyone, welcome back, and in this update we are going to talk about Avalanche. And if you remember, in the previous video we were right around these areas, and the idea was that this move can be a correction structure into wave 4, and after it we may have another move up into wave 5 in order to reach to about this important resistance area between 23.5 to about $25. So we did get a move up, but followed by that we got kind of, I would say, a strong rejection. However, I am still optimistic in Avalanche, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one, I think we can still argue that this is on a higher degree a series of 1-2, meaning this can be one correction for 2 and then wave 3 for 5, and at that point this orange 5 wave up, it's going to be into a larger degree wave 3 corrective movement for 4 and then another move up into wave 5. This scenario from my point of view can still be in play. Now, any possibility should have a very important invalidation point, and what's that going to be for this one? You probably know it if you are a regular viewer of the main channel. It's actually going to be taking this low down here about, let's say, $18.5. So what you do not want to see in Avalanche is a very strong move down in order to take this low, because at that point we are going to say this is probably not a bullish scenario. Instead, you know what, this is an A, B, C in form of a zigzag, suggesting our move down is going to continue, and in that phase we are most likely going to take the lowest low down here about $15.5. So as long as we're not taking this low, I think we are allowed to be a bit more optimistic. The second reason for why I am still kind of bullish in here is because this whole move down, to me, so far at least, seems like a 3-wave movement, and here is how. Let's zoom in more. Let's actually go on 15-minute time frame. Okay, so I'm thinking this is a wave 1, this is correction for 2, 1 2 3 4 5 wave down into wave 3, correction for 4 to about here maybe, or here, not really important, and then another move down into wave 5. Followed by that we are having a correction structure on the upside to about here, maybe in form of a flat structure, and then this can be a 1 correction for 2, big move down into wave 3. This might be a corrective movement for 4, and at the moment we might be on our way to have one more move into wave 5 and on a higher degree. Again, this might be a very strong A, B, C in form of a zigzag structure, and I'm telling you right now, as long as in Avalanche we are not taking this low, I am still going to kind of be optimistic and say some sort of a correction most likely is happening in here. What I do not want to see in Avalanche is something like this, kind of a slow and choppy recovery, maybe even in form of a triangle structure, and then one more move down, because at that point this is not going to be a 3-wave movement. Instead, on a higher degree it might be a 1 2 3 4 5, which is a bad sign, because whenever you are able to find off of the highest side a 5-wave down, that suggests it might be just the beginning of a decent downtrend. So let's have our final conclusion and wrap up today's update. In AVAX, as long as we're not taking this low about $18, I think we can still be bullish and say these are a series of 1-2s. Also, if this is the case, what you want to see is from here, or maybe a bit lower, not really important, is a very strong recovery in form of a 1 2 3 4 5 in order to at that point hopefully get a break of this important resistance area between 23 to about $25. If we do that, great. At that point we are able to be bullish with a lot more confidence. And I hope I explained everything well and you understood what is going on in Avalanche. And until the next update, I hope you have a wonderful time. Goodbye.